Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. Got a 2010 Toyota. It's the Corolla. It needs a front wheel bearing. I've got a new shirt. It's got my name on it. It's from Wilbert Shoe Pole to Bath. Not a sponsor, but they did hook me up with some of their new swag. Remove the hubba cap. Oh, set that down. Looks like 21. Let's grab that, and then we've got a 12-point axle nut there. Yeah, this is the repeat video from 9 years ago. Well, actually 6 years ago. I did one too. I did one 9 years ago, did one 6 years ago. And it's gonna happen. That's what we have to work on. I'll give you a free tip. I was looking through to see if we've done this video before. And then I got to the video, I think from 9 years ago or so. Somebody says that I used a chrome 12-point 29 or 30 for this axle nut socket, and they said it was cringe because it was a chrome socket. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. If that's all you got, you take a little brake clean. You want to spray it now, but you got to degrease it if you want to turn this into an impact socket. Because we don't want people cringing. Okay, you ready? Free tip for you. There you go. No more cringing, baby. Because now you're none the wiser, huh? You're gonna be like, wow, you used an impact socket. Don't tell you I didn't teach you anything. On a serious note though, they do make the 12-point impact sockets, which we have. I just don't have one in 30 for some reason. I think it's because some of the Toyotas or some of the axle nut sockets, you can't get it. It's really, really snug to get in there. You can just get in there with chrome. We're gonna pull the whole caliper and bracket off as an assembly, leave that right alone. Looks like some 17 mm's up in that joint. Come in with the old swivel socket. And careful not to get hit directly in the teeth. Oh, speaking of, I got my braces off. What? It's Monday, got them off Saturday. Pretty excited about that. Come on, baby. Ooh, almost caught one in the mouth. So there's those little guys. One down low, one up a high. Still a little too tight to pull out by hand. Whoa, dude. Good thing that hose is there to catch it, huh? Should have done this before you got everything all loosened up. Push the caliper back just a whisper. Old boy's gonna need some pads and stuff here pretty soon. From the looks of it. Outside one's pretty good. Inside one's getting wore down. Probably seized in the brackets and whatnot. Woof. Oh, you girl, you crusty. Give it just a light tap with Big Nasty. Yeehaw. I like getting the hub right out the way first. Guess we can put them flat side in. Hopefully it'll reach. If you put the tapered side of the acorn facing in and the hub comes off hard, it has a tendency to smush them down very tight. And these wheel nuts have already been over tightened multiple times on steel wheels, so they've already got the pinch. The lug nut pinch, I call it. I do have the Astro pneumatic slide hammer. It doesn't fare well with stuff like this. I know Mr. Subaru put out a video, you know, pulling a wheel bearing off a Subaru, but big difference between Southern cars and Rust cars. Oh yeah, there it is. So I bought a whole hub kit, which comes with a new hub face, so we don't have to worry about getting the inner race off. But if you are worried about it, I did do a video where I show, using the cutting torch to heat it up and let it fall off. Lots of those on the web if you're interested in that. Step 2, unhook the ball joint. One bolt, 2 nuts. Easy peasy, that's the easy part. Next part's the hard part, getting that snap ring out. I'm gonna run a ratchet strap over to the lift to hold this out. We're gonna turn the wheel all the way to the left. That pushes that tie rod out, and that should give us a little bit more room. All right, let's see what we can do to get that baby out of there. She's pretty rusty, crusty in there. I'm gonna try to do this where everybody can see. We're gonna give it a spritz of the PB Blaster, just to make us feel good. Just make things messy. Then we're gonna go around with our air hammer. We're gonna very gingerly just massage this ring. I don't know if I can get to the bottom to massage it. I'm gonna try to catch a corner of it here and try to get it moving. All right, we got it spinning in a circle. That's half the battle. Give it some more of this stuff. Kind of flush it out, we'll call it. We'll try some conventional snap ring pliers now that it's rotated. Probably not going to work for us, but we're gonna give it the old college try. Oh my gosh! Oh, would this guy go to community college? Hold your hand like this, otherwise it'll get you. Oh, never mind. There it is. Ta-da! So the best thing to do, even though I put you in the best location to not see, is to go around the edge, like I say, massage it with the air hammer. If you can just, it'll do more than any penetrating oil ever will. The vibration is the best thing. Get it to vibrate. If you get it to even wiggle, even just one side, you're home free. And you're replacing it anyway, so who cares if you wad it up. All right, here we go. We're gonna push it out. Now we don't have the bearing race here, so we're just gonna push on it flat with our cup. This cup has about a 97.6% chance of getting stuck in the back of this little guy. So that's gonna happen, so prepare for that. We've greased the threads with some grease from the grease gun. Better than nothing, right? Try to give it a little push. Right now it's drawing that cup in. So we have about the next 15 minutes of fighting to get it back out, but you gotta do what you gotta do. The way this thing's built with that speed sensor back there, you either have to take a bigger cup and notch it out or get one stuck. You pick. The inclined plane, such a wonderful tool. There's all that. Now, I'm gonna pause the camera and we're gonna beat on that cup for the next 20 minutes or so. Get that back. There's that. There's the bearing. Made right here in America, the Brooks. The Brooks brass chisel, custom made by the Brooks Brass Hammer Company. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. There's our cup, just barely fits. If we were civilized about it, You could clean all the rust out of here before jamming this in, but I ain't got no time for that. From 9 years ago to today, the tools have not evolved much. In our original video, we used the OTC Hub Tamer, and then in our 6-year-ago video, we used the OTC Hub Grappler, and then in this video, we used the Matco WBSS 75, must be wheel bearing service set, is what I assume, 75. However, if you bought this and you're gonna do your Toyota Corolla, you need to go steal the cup out of your Hub Grappler kit, because the one that this comes with isn't quite small enough to get in there. And like I say, you could always just take a cutoff wheel, notch it out, would be what I do. Anyhow, that's that, in case you was wondering. If you've watched our channel long enough, you'll know that this is what we call the cleany uppy tool, or the cutoff wheel without a guard, the face messer upper. It also makes a fantastic groove cleaner for cleaning out the snap ring groove. Use your words. That seems good to me. So you have to clean that out, because wherever the opening was in the snap ring there's going to be a chunk of rust. And unless you put the snap ring back exactly where it was, you risk having it fall out. And I don't like taking risks. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Woo. Long time to hold your breath. Flush out the hole. Want to make sure there's no debris stuck in there. Spray the brake clean like you're not buying it. That job would have been done well with a blow nozzle, but here we are. We're still gonna have to blow it out, but I think we got most of it. Almost most of it. Yeah, I'm gonna blast her with the blow nozzle. We've got our new bearing. Doesn't matter which way this one goes. Speed sensor reads off the axle. Make sure your cup is pushing on the outer race there, as we always do. If you're pushing on the inner, I don't think it really makes a hootin' bit of difference. Grab us the Ugga Dugga gun. It should self-center. You're so self-centered, man. Come on, man, this car is crusty. Ready? Right until she hits bottom, baby. That's weird. It's feeling weird. Oh, we're all the way at the bottom. I just didn't get that real good positive stop feel. This side looks like it's bottomed out. If it is, if you're in all the way, you'll know. You'll just know, trust me. Because our snap ring groove will be fully exposed, which I'm not 100% sure. I think we have to go just a whisper. Outside's looking good. Let's just try it. My eyesight's pretty terrible. Grab our new snap ring. Oh, it's just like the old one. Does not have the holes in it. It's the old hooky style. Hate these ones. And I'm going to try to do it while you're in the optimal viewing angle. I don't think, I didn't hear it click, so I'm not happy. We're not happy. I'm certainly not happy. We'll come around here. Oh, baby. See if we hear it go. Well, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel really good. All right, now I need to move you and tap on that other side here. All right, well, we feel really good about that. A couple little light taps. If you're struggling to get that snap ring in, you gotta stop. It has to go in all the way, like 100%. Oftentimes, like what we just did, where you put in, you gotta give it some light taps. Don't sit back there and beat that thing into the groove. If you have to, there's something wrong. We're gonna press our brand new hub face in. Need to put a little guy back here to hold the back side of that inner race. We don't push that apart. Okay. She bottomed out. A couple little braps for good luck. There it is. Easy peasy. We will grab our empty can of anti-seizure paste. Get a little bit up on this axle. Guess you could have wiped the old grease off at first, huh? Look at this guy. What a clown. What a clown. Okay, there's that. We like to do things backwards. Now we'll wipe off the old grease. I don't know why we get that comment a lot about the wobbly hubs. You gotta trust me, folks. If I'm putting on a set of rotors or we're putting in a wheel bearing, and that hub is so wobbly we'll call it, that you can see it, the car wouldn't be drivable. Okay, so trust me when I tell you that if you had about, I would say 3 or 4 thousandths, so like 0.003 inches of run out in this hub, it would make the brakes shake almost uncontrollably. And then by the time you put this out on a 16-inch wheel, you're talking a pretty significant amount of wobble. And certainly if you can see it with your eye, we're well past the 3 thousandths mark. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you. We get that comment a lot, the wobbly hub comment, and the most infamous comment that we get is the cracked frame. Did you see that crack in that subframe? I don't know why we get that one so much, but we get that a tremendous amount. But cracked frame, cracked control arms, everything's cracked. You're cracked, my guy. That's what they say. They never say I'm cracked. But one bolt and both these nuts are going to go back on the ball joint. We'll obviously have to look up the torque spec on this, as you know we always do, and torque these to factory specs. These do not have to be at ride height, obviously. And then it did come with a new axle nut, and this is really going to drive you Toyota people cray-cray, because this is a plain old, look at this 6-pointer. Before I get cray-cray, I need to make sure that I have a socket that will fit inside here. I probably don't. It's a 32 mil variety. I have an impact. Ooh, she just cleared just by a whisper. Maybe. We're getting in deeper. No sir, negative. So that's not gonna work. I don't have a 32 chrome, I don't think. Let me go double check. So what does that mean there, Eric O? It means you reuse the old nut. What's this, 1.25 inches? We have an 1.25 inch chromie. Got a 36 chrome, 32 or 30 to 29. All right, so we'll use that one. It'll work just fine for this application. Oh, we forgot to paint the socket. That's gonna make somebody mad. Pretend it's black. Okay, there's that. Let's grab our torque spec. 158 it says. I'm just gonna do a solid 160. Oh, that looks like it might slip off and get you. Don't you get me. Oh, there it is. What do we end up at? 158 we'll call it. There goes that. And then we need to drive the little lock tab down there. Let me get our lock tab driving apparatus. Look at this ding dong. What is this, amateur hour? This guy lined it right up with a wheel stud. Triple whack. When you're putting your axle in, make sure you line your groove up in between a stud. Unless you're making a video, and line it up with the stud. Either way, you gotta whack that down. It works like a split pin, you know. Keep it from getting crusty. Hit it with the film. Make sure the inside of your rotor is clean on the inside of the hat. Otherwise, it goes down the road like that. Perhaps if you line the high spot up with this with your wobbly hub, they would equalize them. They would cancel each other out. Huh? All right, there we go. Rotate that around. Okay, still got to torque the ball joints to spec. We're just gonna slide the caliper right back on. Okay, you might have to beat it on with a hammer, I'm not gonna lie. Don't beat it on with a hammer. It's just I didn't push the caliper back far enough. Ooh. There, give her a couple slaps with your hand. It's gonna need some brake service here. I didn't sell a whole brake service option to this fella. But from the looks of the brakes, it could use good old-fashioned brake service, possibly some pads here. They're worn pretty uneven. We'll make him aware of that situation. We'll grab our torque wrench. We're gonna very lightly snug these and then get the spec. Let's let her touch. Just touch right there. I will get the spec, get her torque to factory specs. We'll put the wheel back on. Put on all these nuts. And then that's it. Take it for a shakedown. How do you know the wheel bearing's bad? I do get asked that often, and we don't often test drive them prior to bringing them in. So this was in the other day. You can see she's got some brand new General Ultimax 365 AWs. Fantastic tire if you're looking for an all-weather tire. I will tell you that. I'm a big General tire guy. The RT45s are great. These AW365s are a fantastic hybrid tire in our area. All weather, not all season. Absolutely great tire. These and the Michelin Cross Climates are probably hands down the best tires for our area if you're gonna run them 365. But at any rate, came in for new tires. Josh, he took it on a test drive and noticed that this wheel bearing was screaming for dear life. So that's how we know. It was pretty obvious. You drive down the road, it was sounded like she had monster truck tires on it. I'm gonna torque these to factory specs and we're out of here. Well, that's it, folks. Front wheel bearing on your Toyota Corolla. A repeat from not only 9 years ago, but 6 years ago. So this is a fresh update. Process is still the same. Still using similar tools to push them in and out. Not much has changed. That's it. Some of you are a little bit older. Actually, all of you are. That's a fact. The other fact is I want you to go leave a comment. Questions, comments, concerns, find us on Insta, Facebook. Just remember, viewers, I can do it. You can do it. Thanks for watching.